10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, my mic on. Quick mic check, mic check.
Mic check.
All right, good. Hey, everybody. I'm Axle1324.
And I'm Doggy Dog 420.
And welcome to the Iconic Video Games Podcast. We are supposed to be joined by our very special guest, Anime Heaven, but he may be having some technical difficulties. So if he jumps in later in the show, we'll just welcome him in. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll carry the show. Must go on, Doggy.
That it must.
Yes. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's say hello real quick to our chat as we always do. Kilo Milo in right away. Sonic 2. Woo woo. Woohoo. Hey, Sonic 2 looks awesome. I want to go see it. I'm not gonna lie, but I subscribe to Paramount Plus, so I might just wait till it comes out on the subscription because I'm already paying for it. Are you gonna go see the Sonic movie, Doggy?
I want to go see it, and if it comes here in our small town for $4 a ticket, then yeah, I'll for sure go check it out. Yeah, you can't beat that in our small town, So yeah, I definitely want to check this out. If it comes here, I'm definitely going to check it out at the theater. If not, I'm definitely going to check it out when it comes to streaming at home.
Right.
Sure.
Let's see. We got Tony Grosso started the weekend off right. You're dang right you are, sir.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Have a great show. Thank you, Tony. And thank you so much for listening in the background. We appreciate you.
Yep.
Kilo Milo right at 7 o'clock. I'm ready. Sorry we're late. We were waiting for our guest. John 907I. Hey, guys. Hello to you, John 907I. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Of course, we have my wife. Yahoo! Let's see. We got Kilo Milo. Spring break for Princess Zelda. She is off on vacation on the beach. Just her watching Titan get a tan in his Speedo.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
While they're sipping on Mai Tais. Meanwhile, we're over here working hard, talking about our favorite hobby, video games.
Yep.
Yes. So this week's episode, so as always, when Princess Zelda is out, we talk about Sega because that's not her forte. So out of respect to Princess Zelda, we just decided that, whenever you're not here, we're going to talk about Sega. So this is our third Sega episode, if I'm correct here, Doggy.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the Sega Saturn. Doggy, tell me about you and the Sega Saturn.
Man, yeah, the Sega Saturn. I remember being so excited for this. I was the Sega kid. I loved the Genesis. Well, I didn't have Master System, so okay, brought on that. But I had all the other Sega stuff they had ready for this. And they came out with this early. Like, they rushed this thing to launch. Mm-hmm. Right, and it came out early. I believe I managed to get this either on release day or like right around the release day, and it came with Virtua Fighter. And I imagine I brought home on the same day was Daytona USA, and that's it. And it was pretty kind of bare bones. It was kind of the first system that really came with the one controller, if I remember right. I think Sega was kind of the pioneers of the one controller thing. So
yeah, but
in the high price tag, I remember it was expensive as could be.
It was what, $400 at launch?
$400, which if you equated that if you translated that into today's money, what was that? $700 to $800,
$700, depending which one you use. It could be up to $1,000.
But yeah. The Sega Saturn, as expensive as it was, I played it. I had so much fun with this system. And we're going to talk about the awesome games that we played. Go ahead.
Yeah. Here we go. So John Anderson says, never had the Saturn, had a PS1 at the time, wouldn't have had the snaps for both then. You know what? You're right, John.
That's what I was trying to remember that. When did the PS1 come out compared
to the Saturn?
Released
Saturn? In 95, and so did in the US. And so did the Saturn. But they wanted to beat the PlayStation, which is why they launched early in May instead of November, some crap like that.
Okay, that's what it was.
But yeah, I was all in. I was a Sega kid. I kind of knew the PlayStation existed, but I guess I missed the PlayStation hype when I was younger. I was all about the Sega Saturn, and I got one for Christmas. And of course, it wasn't just me. During Christmas, I could get more expensive things like consoles and TVs because it was our console, our TV with me and my little brother. So my parents could combine our Christmas gifts. But hey, whatever, it worked. And hey, everybody say hello to Mike Mullis, the original NLP.
Sega Saturn? Hold on, let me bring my microphone up. Did somebody say Sega Saturn?
Yeah, he even has the Japanese Sega Saturn logo.
Yeah, I know,
darn
right?
I
Cool.
do.
Yes.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, brother Mike? Thank you
so much for jumping in.
My first venture into the iconic video games podcast, and it's the perfect one. And I didn't have to go to synagogue tonight, so I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like the perfect storm.
This is perfect. Yeah, this is
Definitely
perfect. Thank you.
Mike,
you
I don't know if you're ready for this.
You've
seen our show. I don't know if you're ready for this show.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I still herald your Valentine's Day show as one of the greatest podcasts in the history of radio of YouTube.
Oh man, I love that show with my wife. My wife, I think, definitely carried that show.
Oh my goodness, yes. I love
she
how
was amazing.
She just leaned right in, and that was awesome.
Absolutely. So we're oh hey, speaking of my wife, check it out. She's got a shout out for you. Yahoo! Finally, the famous Mike is accepting the invitation. Now she might say famous because I talk about you a lot, Mike.
Oh, stop.
Let's see.
I talk about this a lot. You guys are awesome. I never. It sucks because it happens to come at the exact time I'm still at my temple, but I always take the time to go back and listen.
When we appreciate your viewership, no matter when it happens.
Yeah, thank you for your support. Yeah,
you guys are phenomenal, and of course, fellow Gamers United Guild.
Yes, the GUG.
The GUG.
Yes,
and for Doggy, that's like 2 shows, 2 GUG.
Yeah,
shows.
Yeah, he's got more shows than you, Mike.
I know.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know about that now because I have Retro Roots every other Monday with Geeks of Cash. So
yeah,
that's right. That's
right. I'm gaining on him. I'm gaining.
Let's see. Yes. And Resident Evil were memorable to me. Sports games took up most of my time back then. However, absolutely, Resident Evil did come on the Sega Saturn.
Yes, it
did.
D,
I remember that one.
It did.
Yes, it did.
There was another one that was famous for me. Not so much D, but it was called Enemy Zero.
Enemy Zero.
Yes, that one was great. Kipper Grant joins us. Hello. And my mother-in-law is here. Jules Susanti. Hello. Thank you so much for your support, Mom.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Mike, when did you get your Saturn? How did you get your Saturn?
Oh, I got mine at launch.
Like the day?
Yes. I had to. There was no discussion point on it. Once I knew it was coming out, and at the time, I didn't really think a whole lot of how Sega just completely destroyed themselves, with the early launch.
Me too.
Because I mean, you see it now, but you don't. I didn't see it then, and I'm like, because I also was an import guy. So,
oh, okay.
As you might see, I have some import Saturn stuff. I modded my Saturn to play both. So on the side of my Saturn, I should have brought it over, is a rocker switch. I had somebody put that switch in, and you flip it down, it plays imports. You flip it up, it plays US.
Nice. Wow. So you got that old mod chip. These days, the mod chips don't need those switches, but back then,
no, the soft mods typically don't now. But yes, so
yes. Real quick, shout out to Honey Bun. Hey guys, sorry I'm late, really late. No, you're not. We just got started. It's only 7:12. We haven't even talked about any games. Let's get into this. All right, Mike. So the flow of the show, we're each going to pick 3 games to talk about. So make sure you got your 3 favorites on there.
Oh, I think I have a few favorites too.
Yeah, I see your Saturn is almost as big as mine. Collection. Your collection.
How you use it.
It's about how you use it. That's right. If you don't play with it, you're not using it right. All right, really quick, let's get right into it. Mike, you're a special guest. If you're ready, we are ready. And by the way, thank you so much for coming in and saving us, Mike.
Oh, oh my goodness, thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Oh, thank you guys both. Okay, so
right.
You want me to pick two, huh?
And we'll pick one for right now. Let's just start with one.
All right. Well, no Saturn discussion can ever go without the king, the true king of fighting games.
Virtual Fighter 2. Nice.
No, it cannot go without that. Yes.
Greatest arcade port of a game for the 32-bit era. How they I did a video on my favorite Saturn games, and I covered this in depth as to how AM2 was able to pull this off to make it look almost indistinguishable from the arcade. And this game just this is what you used to call a technical wonder. And the video here doesn't do it justice, because imagine what you're seeing here running at a complete smooth 60 frames per second.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. Yeah, 60.
Yes.
Thank you, Honey Bun.
Yeah, Honey Bun says NLP
like a
Mike
voice
Mullis
actor.
Looks like a voice actor. That could be a backhanded compliment.
Right? That Mike Mullis has a face for radio.
Has a face for radio. That's right. Hey, HTK here. Shout out to HTK. Thank you so much for joining us. And Matt Burns is in.
Matt Burns is
here.
Awesome crowd going on.
Yeah.
Would you believe those backgrounds are actually two-dimensional?
I do.
Right.
But I mean, I didn't believe it back then. I thought they were 3D in my head when I was younger.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah, and they used some a fisheye technique on the background to make it seem 3D.
Mm-hmm. And that's part of the trickery that AM2 used to make this game look as good as it did.
Absolutely.
And if you could separate that little bit, then it's an arcade. I mean, it really is an arcade perfect conversion, and those were never hard to come by.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to General Spartan. My brother bought Virtual Fighter 4 when he got his PS2. You know what? I never played it.
4 is good. 3 TB on the Dreamcast is excellent.
3 TB was my favorite.
Yeah, that was great.
We're talking about Virtual Fighter 2. Doggy, I know you got something to say about Virtual Fighter 2.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, great arcade game. Fell in love with this in the arcades. Like Brother Mike said, when you got this game home, it felt so genuine to that, I'm like, man, they did such great, especially over the original Virtual Fighter. This thing looked great. Like you said, they tricked me into the 3D backgrounds. I was like, man, they really got this going on. Wasn't really any kind of background problems with pop-in or anything like that. Controlled excellent with that Sega Saturn controller. 6-button controller. I mean,
oh man,
perfect. Let's not forget about that controller. Was incredible. Yeah, this game, I played this game so much. I got I don't know how much games cost. Whatever that game cost, I got my money's worth and then more. I can't say enough about this game. It's probably was the pinnacle of games on the Saturn, in my opinion. So
I played, my main character in this game was Sarah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we go with our favorite characters. There we go. Yeah.
I don't remember what her last name was. Sarah
Bryant.
Blake or
Bryant. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Sega Bryant. And when I was younger, and even now, if you see the way I play games, I always go for the fastest character. I love speed, and so Sarah had the right mix of speed and power for me, and I just whooped all my friends' butts with her. Who was your favorite character on Virtual Fighter 2?
Go ahead, Brother Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Well, I have two. Shun D on Virtual Fighter 2, of course. But pound for pound, awesome. Lao Chan.
Oh,
Lao
with the throws?
Was the man. Yes. Lao was incredible.
Why do you make me want to hate you, Mike, with those throws?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character, Doggy?
Also Lao Chan and Pai I can't remember her last name.
Yeah, right here.
Pai
Pai,
Chan.
right here.
That's
Pai
her
Chan.
daughter.
Okay, there.
That's
Yeah,
his
Pai
daughter.
Chan, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
Pai Chan. These both, I love the. And then you hit them with the spinning kick, and then while they're
Yeah, that
down, you
spinning
jump in
sweep
the
on the
air,
bottom.
boom,
Yeah,
and you
that
hit them,
kick,
and
man.
then half their power bar is gone. You're like, hey, come on, So yeah, I love those two characters.
So Sarah, because she moved so fast, I actually figured out how to juggle players for almost the entire health if I could get my combo off. So it was pretty fun. And that's the
Sarah-
thing, like the game had built-in combos, and then you had your own combos.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and dude, talk about a graphical leap from the original Virtua Fighter that was included with the Saturn. For those of us that got it in '95, to Virtua Fighter 2, the models look so much better. There's less. I don't know what you call it when, like, the stage when you go into the polygons or into whatever they were using, the squares. It was just so much better, so much more shading. They looked 100 times better. So Virtua Fighter 2, great pick, brother Mike. And I get to say brother now that you're on the show.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right, Doggy, what's your first game that you're gonna go with?
Man, I'm gonna kind of ride the heels, if you were, or whatever, with that. Man, because I loved all these Virtua Fighters that came on the Saturn. They were all great. When I first got my Saturn, it came with the Virtua Fighter. It was, pop in. It didn't look that great. Still play great, right? You know what I'm saying? But I had one. I'm sure I got my Saturn on the day. If it wasn't the day it came out, it was a few days ago. But as an owner, a registered owner of a Saturn and owning the original Virtua Fighter, you got a free copy of Virtua Fighter Remix, which looked just as good, played just as good as Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, look.
What's Mike showing us here?
Yeah, I got you. I got you,
Fighter
Doggy.
Remix.
I got you covered.
And if you got, they sent it to you in the mail, and it came with like a little pouch or whatever, little cardboard pouch or whatever. Anyway, I loved Virtua Fighter games because what I loved about it is, like Tekken, you could just button mash your way through, even though that came out the Virtua Fighter or whatever. But this game was the pure just a skill. 3 buttons. You had a block, punch, kick. Your friends would come over, and you'd play one-on-one, and whoever lost, would have to pass the controller, whatever. Man, that was so good, man. I never had to pass my controller. I loved Virtua Fighter. I tell you, people hated playing me at this game, but we'd play, and there's at the time playing this game. I mean, it was revolutionary, just about either 3D. And I loved. I was so into 2D fighters. And I loved going to the arcade so much. Having this game, the Virtua Fighters at my house, made me feel like I had my own arcade at my house, which at the time of just being a kid and, just having that one arcade, I'd even let it play in its attract mode that it had. And I'd just sit there and watch it. I felt like as an arcade, I have like some low lights going on. So yeah, just the arcade feel, this brought it home to you. I played this a ton. Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter Remix, all this. Yeah, my favorite stuff.
All right, let's check in with the chat real quick. Honey Bun says, why does everybody ignore me? We don't ignore you, Honey Bun. We love you.
No,
Everybody
Honey
in the
Bun.
chat, give Honey Bun some love. Say hello to her.
I love you, Honey Bun.
Hey,
And
we
she
all
was
love you.
complimenting me, by the way, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I have
John
a cold.
907. By the way, if you want to engage with the chat at any moment, let me know. We'll just talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd argue Tekken.
John 9079 says, I'd argue that Tekken was better, but it's a Saturn show. You're dang right.
I'd argue
Talk
that.
about the T word
I
here.
would. I'd argue that I did not like Tekken at all.
Yes.
There was something.
Oh, go ahead, brother Mike.
Well, I was gonna say there's something about Virtua Fighter that even though it had 3 buttons, was so strategic to play.
Right. It was so simple and so simple to play, so hard to master.
Hard to master.
Yes.
You
couldn't button mash.
You were not getting up.
You weren't getting high kick and low kick, and 4 buttons at the same time that were offense to just press on them. And then, it's this one. If you did that, you weren't.
Wait, hold on.
You were
Doggy, go
passing
back,
your
rewind a little bit. How does it sound when you press on them?
Well, that's the arcade version, but
Sorry about that. I could help myself. Let's see. I'd always play tanky characters. Yeah, the wrestlers.
I never got
Jeffrey,
into the
Wolf was
Jeffrey Wolf.
yeah. Wolf? No, Wolf. What? Yeah, his name was Wolf.
Jeffrey
wasn't
was the. You're right. Jeffrey was
Jeffrey.
the capoeira type guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wolf was the wrestler.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, it was good. It was real fun.
Because Wolf had
Let's
that
see, I
giant
didn't play
swing.
much Saturn. I only knew one person with one. You know what? I was that one person, Matt Burns, out of all my friends.
Right.
For a while, I was the only one with a Saturn, but eventually my friends across the street got one because I had one, and they were jelly. They were jelly. They were jelly of that arcade perfection.
They should be.
I
I would argue if
Saturn,
you knew.
oh man, you missed out.
Yeah, I'd argue if you knew what you were doing, Akira would be.
Oh,
Dude,
right.
he's so hard to master.
Too.
Right.
Yeah.
I tried to get good with him because he reminded me of Ken Ryu, you know, but like, yeah, he was just so.
If you could master Akira, you were insta winning. Period.
Yeah.
Every move was a power move.
Because he had that
Every
move
took out
where he'd like
quarter.
grab you and he'd go and he'd pull you to you and go boom and he'd hit you with that punch like Jason's.
John 9079 says, "Look cool. Never got to play it. You're missing out, my friend. You should definitely try it. It's I think the most recent one is 5. Am I right? 5 or 6?
Virtua Fighter 5 Showdown or something like that. Final Showdown and stuff like that. Yeah, and it was excellent too. That was an excellent game.
They were teasing one, but they never. I don't think they've really talked about it yet.
I don't know why they don't, man. Because I think it would do pretty good.
Played a lot of it at the arcade, though. Yeah, me too. I lost a lot of quarters to the computer and to better players. I didn't get good at Virtua Fighter until I had it. Until I could sit down and practice.
The machines were so big too, like
And hello, Honeybun. All right, so that's a fantastic pick, Virtua Fighter. You cannot go wrong with this. I mean, if you were a Saturn person, I think we all played with this. Not only was it included, but it was kind of like the mascot of the console, if you will. I'd argue that it was.
I would argue that.
I would agree with Axel there.
Considering there was no mainline Sonic game for the Saturn, I would agree with that.
Lies.
Completely.
Lies. What do you call this? No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. What do you call this? Do you see it? Neither do I. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I'm gonna go with a shmup for my first Saturn game.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, this shmup was not my shmup. My friends owned it. But I fell in love with it so much that I would borrow it endlessly.
Right, can you give us a hint?
And that shmup is none other than Galactic Attack.
Yes.
Now, the Saturn had a lot of good shmups that were imports, but I was not in the import game. I was in the whatever it was in the store game. I was a kid. And I love this one because it had a second targeting system. You can see, let me see if I can pause it because there's so much action here.
This game
right here.
Nuts.
So you have your main gun, and then here's a reticle. This reticle targets things beneath you, and your main gun targeted everything in front of you. Oh, and Mike has it. Galactic Attack. Yes.
I have it.
Yeah. I'll give you $5 for it, Mike.
Nope. Here's what's funny. My pre-owned sticker for when I actually got it, I don't know if you can see, it says $7.99 on it. It is definitely worth more than $7.99 right now.
It's like $100 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturn games. Yeah, some are.
So I never owned this game, but my friends did, and man, I loved this game. I played this game nonstop. This is the game that would make me go to bed, Axel. It's late. Yeah, I'm going to bed, Mom. Just turn down the volume. Keep going. You know what I mean? This this game was my life for a long time. Epic bosses, epic fighting, great graphics. The great sprite scaling to make the enemies come up and down. And again, smooth frame rate, just butter smooth. And then, it had all the parallax scrolling you can see here. And see, look at this. Like, you're targeting ships way down there and destroying them. That's so cool. I loved this game. So, yeah. Doggy, did you play this game?
Nope. I missed out on this one. Look at this.
Emulate it.
I love shmups too, man. This is
trust me, you gotta.
Yeah.
So Mike, you have it. Did you play it or did you just collect it?
Oh no. Not only did I play it, you guys might, if you not to pimp my channel or anything like that, but last month I streamed it.
Oh, cool.
No, I still go back. This is one of 2 games that I still go back, shmups that I still go back and play today. This and Darius Gaiden.
Yeah.
This is by far to me, this is the second best shmup on a Sega console.
Other than Radiant or Thunder Force, which one are we talking about?
Actually, I'm also talking about Robo Aleste for the Sega CD.
Robo Aleste for the CD.
Yeah, that's my number 1. This is my number 2. Radiant's my number 3.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, there you go. Some shmup love. But yeah, shmup obviously standing for shoot 'em ups. Galactic Attack, epic game, epic graphics, so much fun. Difficult, but not impossible.
I love games like
and
this.
And what's so funny was you had to get a good order of shooting things underneath you, because until your little projectiles hit, you weren't able to hit another projectile, because you can see the little laser counters here. Until they hit, they don't start recharging. So you had to be strategic about it. I learned that as I kept dying. Let's see. We got a really long one. Saturn launched at a bad time for me. My senior year of high school, and I just moved to a new school. I didn't have time to play many games. And then in college, I feel you, man. I feel you. The Xbox 360 was that for me.
Yeah, in a second one, yeah, I had a PS1, barely touched it. Got back in with PS2 and Xbox. Yeah. I had a PS1, then there for a while I didn't mess with it for a while either. So yeah, I got back into it, the PS2 and Xbox. Yeah.
I am sad that they have not remade this game or re-released it on like Xbox Live Arcade.
Yes. It's coming. Hold on.
It's coming.
Yeah.
All right, there you hear. You hear that, wife? We got our next game we're buying.
Hang on. There is a I just saw this. There is a re-release of this coming out.
Of Galactic Attack?
Yes.
Oh,
it's coming out in a 2-pack. Layer Section and Galactic Attack S Tribute. And that was announced for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
All right.
So it's launching. Cool. I just read this the other day. It's launching first on PS4, then it'll be out for Xbox One and Switch.
Hey, man, I'm getting it. And I might get it for my Switch. I love having Switch as my retro console thing. It's like having a little, what do you call those portable emulators that you guys are really all into?
Evercade?
An Evercade, yes.
Yep. Or in my case, a phone.
A phone, yeah.
Coming out April 28th. So at the end of this month.
What's it coming out first? What is coming out first on
PS4 and Switch first, and then later on followed by Xbox One and PC.
Yeah, that's cool. At least, hey, that's cool. It's coming. That's cool. It's coming to Xbox.
I might get it on the Switch because I don't know if I can wait.
Man, yeah, get it on Switch. Yeah, we got Switch here.
Yeah. Real quick,
you guys know.
My wife, I told her we were buying something, and they said, beep, leave message after the tone.
So you guys do know how to. I mean, I know you guys know how to put your Saturn up on a modern TV.
I don't have an S cart.
You do not need an X cart. You do not.
But I do have my Saturn hooked up to a modern TV with no complaints.
I will tell you 2 things that you must have if you are a Saturn owner and you want to do this right.
All right, let me hear.
Number 1 is an HDMI cable, which you can get from either Hyperkin or Pound. And then a Marseille M Classic, which does the upscaling to 1080p and all the. And
is there any delaying?
No, none. Ooh. 0.
I might have to order these things.
On top of that, I meant to grab this too.
By the way, Luis V and my beautiful wife, all this is costing you money. This show is immediately costing you money, just so you know.
There is a wireless Saturn controller made from a company called Retrobit.
Okay.
I paid like $40 for this. It is comes with a dongle for the Saturn. This is marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. It does not, of course, as you could tell, it doesn't have the analog stick that the analog 3D controller does. But for most 99% of Saturn games, this is amazing and completely wireless. And if you notice, it's got the look and the feel of the Japanese controller.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah.
Very nice. I love it. I wish I had the money that Mike Mullis has.
This has been years and years. Dude, if you realized how many of these games I actually have kept from when from the 1990s, there's no way I could buy some of these now. No way.
And that's what I tell my nieces and nephews, because especially my nephews, they look at my collection and I'm like, oh my God, your collection's so big. I'm like, I've been collecting these since I was 8 years old. I just never threw them away. You know, so it's not like I went out and bought all these immediately. I did not. But it's also not stopping me from buying more. So it is intermission time. Now, I know it says intermission time with Princess Zelda, but there is no Princess Zelda today.
Hello,
So
boys.
it's intermission time with me.
Hey.
Hello, boys.
Axle1324.
Hey, we got Princess Mike Mullis here. Yeah.
Oh my God, let me hear it, Mike.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Is that
I've
your Princess
listened to-
Zelda impersonation?
I've listened to enough Princess Zelda to emulate her voice.
There you go.
She is never going to talk to me again, is she?
Oh no, she loves this kind of stuff.
I'm going to get that
She is so
angry call from
crazy.
Titan.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh, if your ears are burning over on vacation, Princess Zelda, it's because of Mike.
Yes. Mike is talking about you.
All right, so we do have a trivia question, and it is a Sonic trivia question. By the way, John on 7, I do see your post here. Saturn had a really cool rally game. Yes, they did. We will talk about it later.
That they did.
I got him. I
That's
came
right.
prepared tonight.
Prepared. Love it. All right, so the question today for the chat is, which Sonic game did the Saturn have? Was it Sonic Extreme, Sonic 4, or Sonic 3D Blast? Go ahead. The poll is in the chat. Now, I know all of us know this answer, especially Mike.
Yeah, I can't. It's actually one of 3.
Yeah.
So,
One of 3 Sonic games that were officially released.
yeah.
But
I'm gonna wait and see what everybody else votes before I vote.
now, do you know which one this is, Doggy? I know you and I discussed it, but do you remember?
I'm sure I know which one it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I knew why that one wasn't an answer. Yeah, I'm sure I know which one it is. I knew what same answer I knew. Yeah, I know what one.
All right. So there was actually a game in development.
Yeah,
There was a dedicated Sonic game for development, but it ran into a bunch of egos, roadblocks.
Yeah,
I'm
there
gonna
you
call
go.
it. This is the best way I'm going to call it. Some people had some egos and they stopped the development, and that's why the Saturn never had its own true dedicated Sonic game, but it did have a port of a game. Now, I own this game because it's a port. I own it on the Genesis. I actually love it. A lot of people bash it, but I enjoyed it for what it was. We'll give the
So did
chat
I.
here a few more seconds. All right, Mike. I'm going to stop. Oh my gosh, I almost hit the end stream button. All right, I am going to end the poll right there. Mike, tell the people what the game was.
Why? The game was. No, I can't do that anymore. It was Sonic 3D Blast.
right.
That's right,
And
Sonic 3D Blast is
as a
the
bonus-
correct answer.
Now, that one I don't
managing a
have,
bunch.
but I will show
really?
you the other 2 that came out.
Uh-oh, Sonic R and Sonic Jam? Is that what you got over there?
That is what I have.
Sonic
Yeah,
Jam.
Sonic
yeah.
R and Sonic Jam.
Okay, yeah, Sonic R. Man,
Yep.
good one
Sonic
there.
Jam had a museum mode that kind of gave people a glimpse as to what an actual 3D, Sonic mainline Sonic would have looked like, and really made people upset.
Right? Pull those Japanese jealousies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was Sonic 3D Blast. This is the only actual dedicated Saturn game, I guess you could call it, Sonic game. Because it was done as a proper port. I think it's a pretty good game. I think it's fun. It has a different way of managing the levels. It is not as fast as the other games, but hey, it was what it was. And I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's the game. How did the chat do there, Doggy?
Looked like they had 100%. Yeah, 100% correct.
100% correct. Woo!
Sonic
out to
3D
the
Blast.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Nice
Awesome.
job, guys. Nice job,
Did you ever
chat.
play Sonic 3D Blast, guys?
Yes,
Either on the Genesis or on the Saturn?
Saturn.
Saturn. What about you, Doggy?
I played it on something. I knew that was a game that was out. That's how the rest of them weren't out yet, so or didn't come out. So Sonic 3D Blast. Yeah, I played on something. Looked like it was kind of like a Marble Madness-ish Sonic.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? That is not. What did you think of Sonic 3D Blast, Mike?
I thought it was a solid game. I mean, I Sega trying to do something different, and you know what happens when companies try to do something different, they get raked for it. But I thought it was a perfectly fine game. It wasn't anything special, but it to me played very well. Had great level design and awesome music.
Right on. All right, so we're moving on to our next quiz question, and this is more of an opinion quiz. There is no right or wrong answer on this one, and that is, which one is your favorite? Is it Virtual Cop 1, Virtual Cop 2, or House of the Dead? Now, I know which one is my favorite simply because it was the best optimized and, in my opinion, the most fun. And I know which one on the Saturn was my least favorite because it was least optimized. But let's go with Mike first. Mike, which one was your favorite out of those three?
I might have to go with House of the Dead. Even though I loved Virtual Cop, nothing against those. House of the Dead was special.
It was rated. It was the M-rated shooter with blood and guts everywhere.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Doggy, which one was your favorite?
Yeah, like Mike said, Virtual Cops were awesome, but House of the Dead was just awesome.
Hey, two Houses of the Dead. By the way, House of the Dead remake is out on the Switch right now. Be sure to buy it, guys. I'm buying it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Right.
Let's see. Caper Grant says, I played all the Sonics on regular Sega, but I don't think I played Sonic 3D Blast. It's not for everybody. The control scheme is different, but eventually you do get used to it. Real cozy fun show, guys. Thank you so much, John 907. I appreciate
Thank you, brother.
it.
Thank you.
So my favorite is Virtual Cop 2.
Okay.
House of the Dead was fine and all, but it didn't look too much like the arcade, whereas House of the Dead
right.
Oh, sorry. Virtual Cop 2 did. You had more branching paths, more enemies, a better story, and man, that Saturn light gun was top notch. I mean, it was just
it was.
Yeah. Is the remaster of House of the Dead coming to Xbox? Does anybody know? Mike, do you know?
I don't I don't think so because it's hard to do that with a controller. At least on the Switch, you could use the IR blaster on the Joy-Con, but until somebody comes up with an actual gun accessory for a modern console, I don't think you're going to see it. I think before you see that, you'll see Typing of the Dead.
Right.
Nice.
Typing of the Dead, also fun.
Yeah,
right now it's just for the Switch.
They just haven't came out with a good gun for new systems. I don't know if it's the HD TVs. Is that what the problem is?
With all the violence in schools, they're not bringing out guns.
Oh, that too. Okay.
Just putting that
Well,
out.
there is that too, but the biggest issue was that you need some sort of sensor like the Wii has in order to be accurate on the screen with an HD TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, like the HD TVs didn't do it right. Like the old glass TVs, there was something about those that would.
Right, the CRT was able to pick that stuff up.
Yeah.
Now they have a problem with it, and it just doesn't work the same.
Tell you, man, is that if you ended up with instead of 1080p, you went over to 1080i, the light guns would probably still work. To just say. All right, well, that's going to do it for that break. We're going to get right back into it. Oh, hold on. Let's see how the chat voted. Hold on. I didn't even ask the chat.
Let's see.
I'm handing the chat. I am sorry, chat. I apologize. I blame Mike Mullis.
What? The chat just now closed anyway, so.
All right, there we go. All right, so 55% of the chat went with House of the Dead. 22% went with Virtual Cop, which was included with the launch Saturn, by the way. Awesome. And Virtual Cop 2, which was my favorite. Lots of good choices. No wrong answers on that one. Everybody wins. No Everybody's right.
No, there's no wrong answers there, no.
All right. Moving on to our second set of games. Let me see if our other person has come on. He has not. I don't know what happened. By the way, if he jumps in anytime, we're just going to let him in. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Extend the show to a couple of hours. I can talk about Sega forever.
Yep.
I've only been talking about it since
Mike's.
I was
You're stuck here.
6
You're stuck
years
here for the
old.
next 2 hours.
I'm stuck here.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started. If you guys have anything bad to say about Sega, all I'm going to tell you is blast processing. That's my comeback. Blast processing.
If anybody knows anything about having a long show, it's Brother
Mike
Mike.
Mullis.
Yeah. He can have 4 or 5 hour show. I mean, it's nothing to him, man. It's just
you know they do those 24-hour broadcast fundraisers, Mike. I think you could totally do one.
Oh, he'd be in that. Yep. Yeah. They would just be getting the show started with him. Oh, we're just getting introduced now. 24 hours in.
Now we're on to our 7th day of podcasting.
Guest. Yeah, our first guest.
Yeah.
All
right. So
be a telethon.
A telethon, yes. John on 79 says blasphemy. All right. What is your second game that you're gonna share with us there, Mike?
Ooh, my second game. Okay, so this is
Digging out of the pile. You're just gonna have to pick one.
so many to choose from.
So awesome.
Yeah, so many. I have this exact same problem.
I have to go with a game that. So I was a big Doom kind of guy, right? Doom and all that stuff.
Right.
And the same people who did a game that I wish that I still had what was that from Lobotomy Software? Oh shoot. It'll come to me. It was exhumed on the PS1. It was something on the Saturn. I can't remember. But same company ended up doing a port of Duke Nukem 3D for the Saturn. And let me tell you, this is one bad-ass port. Unbelievable what 3D Realms and GT did for this game. It was very, very close to. I don't know if you can see it in the back. It was very close to the PC version, and they did a fantastic job. And this actually played on the Saturn Netlink. So if you had a modem, you could play, one-on-one with
Brother Mike. That's awesome.
Yep, with other friends, and I did that. I still somewhere back there on my thing back there is my Netlink. Yeah, this. What was the other game? I can't.
Power Slave, probably.
Power Slave. Thank you. This was the same. Whoa. This came out after Power Slave, but this was just so good, so good.
And the puns back then were so cheesy, but appropriate for the Tude era.
I will warn you, though, the one thing that you absolutely need with this game is to go look up the cheat codes, because the one flaw that this game always had, and it always drove me nuts, was you only were able to save your game between levels. There was no in-level save. So if you got all the way to the end and died, you would start all over.
Oh my gosh, that would drive me nuts.
Yeah. So make sure you have a level code so that you can skip to the, where you need to go.
I mean, look at this. This is actually the Saturn version I'm showing here, guys. This is not the PC.
Saturn version.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is running smooth. They did a really great job on porting this one, especially with the lighting.
Dude, this looks excellent.
I love that it doesn't have the borders. Now, YouTube has these borders. Okay, these are not game borders.
Yeah.
No, this would encompass the entire screen. And usually on Sega consoles, when you saw like ports of Doom or ports of other stuff, they would put the borders on there to make the screen smaller, so that they wouldn't have to develop it and optimize it. But I'll tell you what, man, these guys, they knew what they were doing.
The 32X had that problem with Doom.
Yep. Did you ever play Duke Nukem, Doggy?
I didn't play this on Saturn. Didn't they have like a 20th or whatever edition, 30th edition on Xbox or something like that?
It's probably been released so many times. Forever.
Yeah, so I played this somewhere, but I did not play it on the Saturn. But I played this. Yeah, this game's cool as can be. And like they said, there's other kind. Yeah, you could there's different codes or something where you could walk through walls and stuff on this, right? Isn't that game?
Yes, and
I don't remember.
You can teleport. Was it retro roguelike? Start over.
Retro roguelike.
Yeah, this game was real. Yeah, it was real tough. Yeah, it was real tough game.
So,
This was a straight up FPS.
Yeah.
What this was.
Yeah, this is a straight up FPS. So it's a PC port. Now the PC, that's how I played it, was on the PC because I gamed on everything, always have. I was a Sega guy primarily, but I was also a PC gamer because I understood the power of those 3D Voodoo FX chips. You know?
Monster.
I played this game endlessly on PC, and of course we installed Super Soaker mods. We could go through walls in this. Like we were like, I don't want to find the yellow key. I'm going right through this wall because I'm on PC and I could. What's that? Out of ammo? I don't think so. Open up the cheat code. You know,
God mode.
That's right, God mode. So I experienced this differently than on the Saturn, but it was a fun game.
Yeah, this game is fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a great game. Good times, especially when you played against your friends and you were all flying around in jetpacks, trying to kill each other. Yeah, played on PC back in the day. Me too, Keeper. So yeah, fantastic choice, Mike. Hold on, I got to turn off my alarm system because people are walking their children outside and it's going crazy.
Walking their children.
Yeah, my sensor picks up so far away, like.
So does
it goes
ours.
past my front yard, across the street into the sidewalk. You know,
mine will do that too. Yeah, if you don't turn it off.
So does ours.
Yeah, crazy. But I actually really enjoy my alarm system. Like it makes me feel safe. Doggy, you're up, sir. What other game do you have for us?
Let's see. Got to change it up. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Daytona USA then.
Woo!
Daytona
USA. I mean, Daytona. Woo!
Talk to us about Daytona while I pull it up.
Daytona. I mean, this game. I fell in love with this game and the arcades and stuff. Just I love the arcade shifting thing. You could change your views on the fly. The control. Try to go easy on the car. You know, all that, and to know this game was coming to our TV screens in front of us, and I'll tell you what, man, this game, yeah, there it is. Yeah, loved it. This game was perfect to me and everyone. I know it like graphically failed, but it doesn't matter, man. It played perfectly. I played this game for hours. That 6-button pad, okay, so X was brake, A was gas, and then the other 4 buttons were the the manual transmission shifts. And it had some cool other little things where if you played it enough and beat whatever it was, you unlocked new cars and stuff. So it had enough to keep you busy. Yeah. Me, myself, I with all racing games, even back to Mario Kart and stuff, I love just like the time trials and trying to beat your own times and just getting down. I had every shift at every turn on those expert and advanced tracks, So I played this game a ton. Loved this game.
Absolutely.
And the arcade too. I felt love it in the arcade, man. It was awesome in the arcade, especially if they had the linked units. There's the best.
Kipper Grant to the chat comes in saying, played a crap ton of Daytona
USA. I know.
USA.
I just could not stop playing this one.
I don't think I know anybody who didn't play Daytona USA, even at the arcade. I mean, maybe not on the Saturn, but at the arcade. And I played this on the Saturn. It was one of the 3 games included in my Saturn.
You got this with it.
Fantastic. But no matter what, neither at the arcade nor at home did I ever win a race, but I still played it. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I unlocked a horse one time. Don't remember how I did it.
Right, yeah, you got a horse for a car. Yeah, that's right.
Good. It might have been through EGM, how to unlock the horse in Daytona USA, because they always used to put those things on there, so I did it just because I had it, and I shout out to EGM. Really miss them, the OG EGMs.
Yeah, love it.
John 979 says, another great game, bro.
Boom. Yes.
Mike, you have this game. What do you think of it?
I do. And the version that I have is actually the Championship Circuit Edition. So to your point, Axel, it launched with Daytona USA, and not in the same vein as the remix, the VF remix, they kind of mastered this a little bit to make it a little better. It wasn't the biggest, and it actually, when they remastered it, remade it, the Championship Edition actually worked with not only the wheel, but it worked with the 3D pad. So you could do it. Was one of the first analog driving games out there for consoles.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, yes, it didn't run smooth. It ran at like 20 frames per
20
second.
frames, yeah.
It's a lot of pop in that you see on the track, but
Right.
as far as the
control.
steering is tight.
It played so
very
good.
tight.
Yep.
It plays better than
and
the
I'm glad they
Dreamcast
did
version.
that.
Yep.
I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they prioritize gameplay over everything, as it should be. Real quick.
They just
my
rushed
mom
it.
is
They
in.
rushed it
Hello,
all
guys.
along.
Hello, Mom. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you. And it was a packing with the Saturn I got. Yes, Tony Grosso. I got it too.
I don't think it was
keep going,
packed
Mike.
in
I'm
with
sorry.
mine, was it? Was it pack on right with the first ones? It wasn't, Mike. It only came with Virtua Fighter, correct? Am I right? Or did I buy this? I can't remember if I bought this or if it just came with it. Like
The original Daytona came with it because it was a launch title.
yeah, it was a
No,
launch title.
You're right. It did not. The original one only came with Virtua Fighter and then a
And
demo
a controller, yeah. A demo, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
called like a sampler or something like that.
But if it was out on that day, I would have just bought it anyway. So I can't remember if it came with it or if I just bought it, because
Like,
this
doesn't
game
matter.
I
You played
had
it day
to have
one,
this.
doggy. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I had to have this. Yeah, and it came out like you said. They came out with a champion edition circuit, whatever that's
Championship
called.
Circuit Edition.
Yeah,
Yep,
kind of like the Virtua Fighter. Just because the one that came, the launch one, it had a lot of pop in and stuff. But man, it just played so good. I didn't even care, man. It played so good. I didn't care, man. It still gave me that arcade vibe at home. So
The
I just
music.
loved it. I loved it. And the
Yes,
music.
the
Yeah,
music.
there you go.
By the way, guys, if anybody has Daytona USA Netlink Edition, I will buy that trash off you for $5. Just saying.
Nice.
Hey, man, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right, Mike?
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, I know Mike knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen what that's worth.
Yeah. All right, so this next game is a game that I played, and what attracted me to this game was I had $60 in my hand from mowing lawns and stuff all summer long, saving up my money, saving up quarters, going to Walmart, picking up change, all that good stuff you could do back in the day to get some money. Real quick, my mom says, I remember Axel and Gio playing this game. Yeah, we played.
Nice.
See, so my mom is a witness that I
Nice.
played that game. The game I'm going to talk about is this game, this little known game from who made this? Working Designs. And I loved Working Designs because they always had fantastic foils on their covers. And that game is Albert Odyssey, Legend of Eldian.
Wow.
I did not know how good this game was going to be. I bought it based on the cover, based on the gold letters in the back. And to my surprise, when I opened this bad boy up, let me zoom in here, right? Yeah, here we go. And to my surprise, when I bought this bad boy, even the cover is refoil printed. I mean, this is like, I feel guilty that I ever put this in a CD drive because it is a gorgeous game. But I'm glad I did because I played this game from the beginning to the end. It was one of my first Saturn RPGs, and man, what a fantastic little game. When I first played this game, I thought, man, this game doesn't look anything like Final Fantasy. I wanted Final Fantasy VII style game, right? But instead, it looked more like a Super Nintendo game, And come to find out, it was supposed to release on the Super Nintendo many years later. But what a fantastic little game! Nothing but compliments. The music, the characters, the tight gameplay, the packaging. Jesus, the packaging is probably my favorite part. This game is phenomenal.
You know how much it's worth?
I know how much I paid for it. $60.
Want to know how much you want to know how much it's worth?
I do want to know because I love tracking this stuff. Right.
$369.
Woo! Investment paid off.
My God. Yeah. And it was a good game too, right? You
Yeah, it was a
game,
great
right?
game.
Phenomenal.
It was a fantastic game.
Shoot, you got your
Do
money.
you have this game, Mike?
No. I actually
nice.
don't have any more working designs games. It was the stupidest thing I did was to not, because if I still had
Working
a copy of
designs,
Magic Knight
yeah.
Ray Earth,
Oh man,
I
you
would
could
be-
retire.
I could. No, I love the working designs games. They were all based on the game art stuff from Japan. It is an absolute tragedy how Bernie Stolar and Victor Ireland, how he destroyed that relationship with them. I used to be in forums and chat and IRC chats.
IRC.
And Victor Ireland used to be in there, and I have never seen somebody just absolutely ravage Bernie Stolar like that man. And that's why we never got a Lunar Silver Star story. That's why we never got, once he was done with the Saturn, he was all PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what
I
a
mean,
game this was. Look at this.
Look at this game. I mean,
Look at
like
this
the
game.
water,
Yeah.
the hand painted backgrounds.
Oh my gosh.
The attacking on everything, and when they die, they turn into little stars. It's a phenomenal game, and when you get all the characters, it's amazing. Kipper Grant, I used to live on IRC. Yes, I think all us old schoolers did. If
All
we had
us
a
old
PC.
guys. Yep, we know.
Yep. Doggy, have you heard of this game or played this game by chance?
I didn't hear you name what the name of it is. This Lunar? Is this what?
No. This is Albert Odyssey,
Okay, no,
Legend of Eldian by Working Designs.
Nope, I've never played that. Nope.
No, all right, but trust me, guys. Trust Mike.
That
This game is
looks
phenomenal.
Oh, trust Axel.
that looks great
see if I
though.
can
Whatever
fast
this
forward to
is,
the
this looks awesome.
I'm
What was
just
the
trying
name
to
of
fast
this
forward
again?
through this.
Albert Odyssey.
Albert Odyssey.
Wow.
Trying to see
Well,
him get into
I
a
missed a
fight.
gym. I missed a gym, obviously. I mean, does it
Yeah.
kind of relate to? Is it kind of Final Fantasy stylish? Like
It's an RPG. I would say
it's
it's older
more-
Final Fantasy, pre-Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I'd
yeah,
say
Final
more
Fantasy
Shining-
2. I love Final Fantasy 2 on the
I'd
Super
say
Nintendo.
I'd say
It's
more Shining Force than Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That looks great though. That looks like an awesome pick to me.
Oh,
Yes.
brother
You could
Newf's
never
in the
go wrong.
house.
But the
Newf,
Newf, boom, boom,
what's up,
kaboom.
Newf?
Hey,
Boom,
Newf,
boom,
Kaboom.
kablooey. He's in. All right. Well, with all of that being said here, take it away, Princess Zelda.
Princess Mike.
We're back. It's time for a second intermission. What do we have for our lovely chat room, Axel?
No matter what, I'm gonna make her listen to this. I am. Oh my god.
I'm expecting a group
I'm
message
saying-
tomorrow. She's gonna be mad. Yeah.
She's not gonna be mad. Princess Zelda is so
Never
has
talk
such
to
a
me
good
again.
attitude.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna look on Twitter and I'm gonna say, "What happened to Princess Zelda?" Blocked. Oh, great.
Blocked.
No, she's awesome. Yeah.
She is.
Yeah,
I could never even be. She is like the coolest.
And you know what else? Just what we're talking about her creativity and what she adds to this show is amazing. It is second to none. She's definitely the grease that makes the wheels turn on this bad boy right there. I'm telling you, she is awesome. All the credit to Princess Zelda.
Yep, definitely. I would have guessed Sega fan was the princess. Yeah, Princess Zelda. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. So quiz time. Oh, why can't I ask my community? What is happening here? Did I type something too long? Must contain. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to delete the word of, but just know that there's an of in here. I'll read it with the word of. There we go. Too long questions. All right. So our first quiz for our chat is what does Sega mean? Is it Super Extreme Gaming Action, Service Games, or Sonic Entertainment Gaming of America? Look at Mike's face.
You should have Mike read that. You should have Princess Mike read that.
Oh yeah, Princess Mike. I want to hear Princess Mike read
Yeah,
this.
Princess Mike, you have to read those off.
Jesus.
You started it. That's all I got to say.
What does Sega mean? Super extreme gaming action. Service games. for Sonic Entertainment Gaming America. Now it's your turn to choose.
I love it. Oh my gosh. All right, so while that's going, we're gonna play some Sega commercials. Now these are not specific to the Saturn era. We're just gonna watch some nice.
This is great, Axel.
Possible on home game systems. Wow.
Oh yeah, Panzer Dragoon, love that one.
Panzer Dragoon.
Yep,
Wow.
Sega Saturn.
that's right.
Clockwork Knight. Bug. World Series
Baseball.
Baseball.
Play the game.
I clap for that game. It's okay.
Party. I mean, how could you expect me not to ask for a Sega Saturn?
Right.
Christmas
I remember
with
that.
it?
Yeah. Wow.
Could you
Yes.
imagine? Oh, Pebble Beach Golf Links.
Pebble Beach Golf. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they actually launched when they were supposed to, and all the games were ready, and all the oh my gosh, we could be having a whole separate conversation about Sega.
Right.
All right, sorry I missed all that, guys. You have no idea how loud this is over on my end. I have not been able to sync the sounds. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Newf Nukem thinks it's B.
Oh.
I love all that, bro. That's a little too close. A true Sega fan would know that. This is Princess Mike, brother of Princess Zelda.
Yeah. Prince Mike. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
That's right.
Make way for Prince. All right.
For Princess Mike. Hey, just some more shout outs. I remember that Saturn blew my mind. Dude, me too.
Yeah. Saturn. Was
I love beach golf. Pebble Beach Golf. Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be enough for that.
Pebble
We're gonna
Beach
go
Golf.
ahead.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's over
had
there.
that
I
one
didn't.
too.
I didn't bring it over, but it's over there.
Yes.
I still have. I still
I
have a good
forgot
20
I had
games
that. Yeah. Pebble Beach
I
Golf.
still have a good 20 games over on the shelf that I didn't even bring over.
What's Pebble Beach Golf? It was on like the 3DO or something too. And like around those times, I remember that too. But yeah, Pebble Beach Golf. That was awesome. Had the little backswing thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Going right here to Saturn blew my mind. Newf, when I got my Saturn for Christmas and I turned it on, and that little like polygon thing shaped into the Saturn with that wong, like ding, wong. I was like, oh my god, my mind as a little kid was blown at how cool it was. I'm like, this is the greatest system ever, because we'd never seen 3D like that, and I had only read about it, and man, when I got it, I'm like, yeah, like seriously. I lost my mind when I got my Saturn and powered it on for the first time. There wasn't an option for Pachinko Company. All right, so let's see. How did the chat vote, Mike?
So, 50% said service games, 40% said super extreme gaming action, and 10% said Sonic Entertainment Gaming America. And that person was probably just trolling.
Yes.
All right, so what is the correct answer, Mike?
The answer is service games.
Yay! Looks like the chat got it with
Nice job.
50% of the votes.
Nice job, chat.
Yeah.
Way to
Very
go.
good.
Congratulations to the chat. Now, again, this is another. Oh my god. OMG, they sound almost the same.
Well, there you go. It's authentic. It's been authenticated right
That's
here.
right.
There we go.
That's right.
Oh, look at this.
All right, so
poll.
yeah, we're gonna go with which was your favorite fighting game on the Sega Saturn. What are your choices here? And of course, there are no wrong answers in this one. This is just an opinion poll.
Yeah, it's opinion poll. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Read out
Virtual.
our options.
Virtual Fighter 2, Last Bronx, Fighting Vipers.
Let us know, guys. Let us know. So, Mike, out of those, which one is your favorite?
Ooh. I'm gonna. Oh wow. Virtua Fighter 2 edges them out, but man, Fighting Vipers was another one of those special games, and Last Bronx just had that that different element with the weapons.
Right.
I'm going to go
Alright.
with Virtua Fighter 2 though, edging those both out because that's the pinnacle.
The creme of the creme.
Yeah,
Doggy, which one was your favorite?
Mike said it best right there. Yeah, Virtua Fighter 2 barely edges out both of those awesome games. Yeah, Virtua Fighter 2 just barely.
Barely, by a little bit.
As close as you can get.
So I'm gonna go against the flow here,
Oh,
and I
cool.
loved the grunginess of Last Bronx when I was.
Oh, it was
younger.
cool. Yeah, it was.
I
Cool.
thought you
Yeah.
might pick that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Oh. Last Bronx. Yeah. The weapons, as Mike put it,
Yeah.
the fact that you could throw people through the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
Right.
think this was the one where you could break the armor. That was Fighting Vipers.
That was Fighting Vipers.
Yeah,
but this
Fighting
had
Vipers.
weapons.
That, yeah.
So this was the precursor, honestly, to Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I'm
good
gonna go
way
with
of
the
putting
grunginess
that.
because it was. I just felt that it was more grungy. You were in a cage fighting. You know, back then I was a huge WWE fan. You know, the cage fights were huge back then. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this is
awesome.
my fighting game.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Last Bronx myself. All right, and we're gonna stop the poll there. Hopefully, everybody has typed it or voted for their opinion there.
I like your Soul Calibur precursor analogy there too.
It
That's
really
very,
was.
very nice. Soul
I
Calibur is so
don't-
awesome too.
Oh yeah, Soul Calibur was amazing, and that was a launch title for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Mhm. Right.
Yes. So which one is your favorite? Who the chat voted 50% Fighting Vipers. Great choice. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
throw players through the cage. You could break their armor. I mean, it was awesome. Virtual Fighter 2 at number 2 and Last Bronx last. But again, there are no wrong answers, guys, on
Nope.
that one. I just kind of wanted to. Oh my god, what did I push? I just kind of wanted to know.
I know you got a bunch
you
on my
guys thought?
face all at once. That was bad for the chat. Sorry, guys.
All right, and we're on to our last game that we're gonna pick. Mike, what do you got for your last pick of today? We might have to do a second Saturn episode. There's
Yeah, we
some
might
great
have
games.
to. So, man. All right, so I'm gonna have to go. Now, Okay, I love this game, and I don't think many people even knew that this existed. But
I knew.
believe it or not, the Saturn, the Saturn
Oh,
had a
yeah.
Shinobi game.
Wow.
And this is, don't let the Vic Takai fool you. This is a true mainline Shinobi game, Shinobi Legions. This is Sho and Kazuma.
Legions. Yeah.
Yep, this was one of the first games that really had digitized characters, right? So post Mortal Kombat had it, but this was one of the 1st of the games that just it looked, oh my god, it looked so good.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
It played decently. I mean, there was nothing special about it from a gameplay standpoint. But it was so good, and it had really impressive video cutscenes. So it played out a movie, in the cutscenes, and it
Really?
played out an entire full length motion picture in the cutscenes. It was great.
That's pretty cool.
This is also one of the first games where you really concentrated more on using your katana than throwing stars. You really wanted to use your sword as much.
Yeah.
as
Look at that.
possible.
Look at that strategy right there in this boss. That was, that's cool.
Oh, violent. Look at all that guts
Oh, yeah.
spewing out.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So
That's
this was-
cool.
this
So
was
so
a
Shinobi
great
was done
game.
through motion cap, huh?
It was all digitized. Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. I have never played this game. You're right. I did not. I think I might have heard that it existed. I just never cared for it. All right, here comes one of those famous cutscenes.
Yep.
Wow,
Oh,
like it
okay.
is actual
Oh, yeah.
acting. It's totally 90s campy. I love it.
So
I'm a
this
sucker
was
for these.
this was on
Watch
the this is Saturn.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is on Saturn.
Nice.
Yeah. And watch. I mean, so I remember this is stage 4's video, but I mean, if you watch these, you watch some of this action. I mean, it's not that this is what you would see on a Saturday afternoon ninja movie. I
This
mean,
is like
I'm
Power
not kidding.
Rangers right here, man.
No, this is like
Yeah.
this is
On
This is
steroids,
very-
steroids,
yeah.
steroids. Yeah.
I love the low budget gas mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice eye. Nice eye.
Oh
Axel.
my
There
god,
you
he
go.
just hit him with the kick and kicked his mask right off. And look at this, they're using Asian actors, so this is great. I
Yeah,
love
this
it.
this was really impressive.
Yeah. Wow, I am beginning. I'm sorry, guys,
Impressive.
to
Impressive
disrupt the
pick.
flow, the show here. I am watching this. I have to know who wins this fight and how he wins it.
You know who wins.
Oh my god, he stabbed him. Oh no, he's
No, he cut him. He sliced
oh
him.
man. There
Oh.
he goes. And the way he dies, wow. Dude, these guys are acting it out. This is great. She's gone. They took her while you were distracted. See, always keep your eye on the prize.
Yes.
Bad ninja, bad ninja.
Stage 4.
Wow, this looks
Oh,
great. I
this
might have
was-
to add this to my wish list.
Right.
This
This is
was
bad
the
one, huh?
inside stage, right? This was inside the. Let's see. Yes, this is a crazy stage. I barely get past this stage. These guys just come out of the doors, and then at some point, there's these. Yeah, you have to make your way up here. You can, you can jump off walls. You can, you've got bombs you have to look out for. You have. There's a couple of places in here where there's a guy that you have to get past that
They cut it in half. Wow.
literally takes almost all of your health. It's it's a really wild game. I mean, it's vastly underrated.
Wow.
And if you're a fan of the Shinobi franchise, it is, if you can afford this game, and it's another
I bet
expensive
you
one. I'll
it's
tell
tough
you.
as nails. Is it tough as
Dude,
nails?
everything on
too?
the Saturn is expensive these days. You're
Well,
not a Saturn
yeah.
collector if you're not paying.
Yeah, that's very true. This game is
Yeah.
worth 121. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Not for a Saturn game.
Not for a
It's so
Saturn
funny.
game.
Like, oh, $100. That's cheap for a Saturn game. Isn't that sad? That's how
That is.
bad it's gotten. Shout out to Newf Nukem. He says
Love it.
Shinobi Legions had that one, and I loved it. That game
Yes.
is awesome. Love the digitized graphics and real full motion video. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Newf knows
absolutely.
what's up. then.
Fantastic choice from Mike. I knew Mike would bring the heat today. This is why we brought you in, Mike.
Yeah.
You said Saturn, and I came a running.
That's right.
Yeah. He has. Yeah. He came with
he
the
picks
Arsenal.
Saturn over the Lord. So no, I'm just kidding, Mike. I'm kidding. All right,
Okay,
Doggy.
so I'll be back next week. Don't worry.
Crazy prices, bro. Dude, I'm telling you.
Oh,
you're
crazy.
Not, if you want to hear expensive collecting, try
Let me give you a
collecting for the,
bonus one real quick.
Yeah, let me give you a bonus.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
My
for
most
sure.
expensive game in the collection, Mega Man 8 Anniversary
Oh,
Collector's
fantastic
Edition.
game.
2-player,
Oh.
truly excellent. Has some Saturn specific stuff in it, and its current price
He's getting out that game eye.
is $572. That might actually not be my yeah, I use Game Eye. Anyways,
$572.
yep. And
Yeah,
actually,
but it's
that's
a
not my
fantastic
most.
game. I was
Oh.
also an owner of Mega Man 8, and it is a fantastic game. Good
Yes, it is.
choices again.
That is
Of course,
not
you know
that-
me, Doggy. I love Mega Man, so of course I had that
Okay,
one.
that used to
Oh
be
yeah.
my
Of course.
most-
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be my most expensive. Now my most expensive Saturn game is Burning Rangers,
Wow. Okay, that's a game I wish I had.
and that is $686.
Eating-
What's up,
Eating
Pace?
Control V. Who is
That's-
this?
Eating Paste. That's a good friend of
Oh.
ours, good friend of NLG's.
hello.
Good friend of the
Yeah,
retro
thank you.
community. Is Eating Paste. You get it?
Eating paste. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of eating
I-
paste.
yeah,
Yeah.
it took
Hey,
me a
eating
while too.
Control V. I get it. I
Control
get
V,
it.
yes,
The computer
eating
puns
Paste.
are
Yeah.
out.
I see Sega Saturn, and who's on screen?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
Noob says Sega should make Era's games best of Sega from every console. I know they used to have a Sega Ages collection, but they mostly stick to Genesis games. Very few Saturn and Dreamcast games get remade these days.
Agreed.
Yeah, so but it's a shame. They really should. Yeah, Mega Man 8. Of course, you can get Mega Man 8 now on the Mega Man collections, so you don't have to pay that
Mhm.
a crazy fee. that Mega Man. What is it? Legacy collections or whatever they're called.
Yeah, with the 10, the X.
Yeah, I just got one. I got the X legacies, and I also have the first legacy.
There's the Legends collection, but those are older. Let's see. Legacy. There's Legacy 2. Yeah, you can get them for Switch, for PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah. So if you want to play some Mega Man 8, the Legacy collections have incredibly good ports. That barely any difference, even down to the pixel count. So if it was in 240p or 240, you're playing it in 240. Just letting you know, guys. Doggy, what do you got?
Let's see my last one. Man, what a great bunch of games we had.
That was a fantastic pick.
I like to have even like a list here, but I'm gonna go with this. Man, I think I got this name of this right. It's World Series Baseball '97. I'm sure I was the name of it. Not World Series, right? World Series Baseball '97. Right? Okay.
Yes.
I had this game, and of course, Sega's always been good at sports games. From Joe Montana, Real Talk Football, or whatever that was.
Sports Talk Football.
Sports Talk Football to the Infernal Holyfield Real Deal Boxing, and even Super Monaco. Sega Sports had it all. But this game is awesome. I've always been a fan of baseball games since Bases Loaded and Tecmo Baseball, all the old ones from NES, Super NES. But I had this game, played my season, played against my brother like we did back in the day. But what was coolest about what made this game cool to me is even past the time of me owning my Sega Saturn, because I was dumb and got rid of it. But anyway, in the summer of 2001, somebody brought over, we were hanging out down in a house, and they brought over a Sega Saturn that they'd bought, and World Series Baseball '97. And in the summer of 2001, this turned into the game of the summer. It turned into the game this summer. We had a tournament to see who was the champion, and then for the rest of the summer, you had to defend your belt. You had to defend your belt every time that somebody wanted to. And it had rainouts in it and everything else. And sometimes you'd be in the sixth inning and it'd start raining and you'd be down, but you're only down by running. What's the word? But you get ripped off. Not a bad word. Yeah, you get ripped off by a rainout or something. Yeah, we played this game so much. This game was absolute blast. It played perfect in Sega Sports style. One of my most played Sega Saturn games, really. We played this a ton.
Nice. So I did not play this game personally. I've just never been a huge baseball guy. I find it to be, rather boring. I like watching it in the stadium, but that's probably because I'm drinking. But, gaming, I don't know. I can't get into baseball in gaming. But I know some people love it and they find ways to enjoy it. So, hey, shout out to you, Doggy. Mike, did you play any of these baseball games, World Series? Yes, interested, Mike. Interested, muted, Mike.
Sorry, I was coughing and I didn't want to cough in it. The interesting part of World Series was that when it finally hit the Dreamcast, it was a step back from these Saturn games.
Right.
This 97. Doggy, I think you'd agree with me, is probably of its era. And I'm talking Xbox, not Xbox, I'm talking Saturn, PlayStation 1, even N64, the best baseball game on the market.
Oh, for sure.
Just outright. Sure. I mean, that one that throw from third base that you saw, right? When that throw across the field. You didn't see that stuff in other games.
Right.
And look, and the fact that they had tackling for the home base, did you see that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Would have that.
Yep.
I'm impressed. Like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like,
people got injured and stuff forever. Yeah, they got took out of the game. Right? Yeah, this game was like Mike was saying, like, this was the best in class until, in my opinion, wasn't passed until High Heat Baseball on the PS2 and the Xbox era. Those were the pinnacle of baseball games. Had never been surpassed, even by the show. Even by the show today, nothing's better than High Heat Baseball. Nothing. But this at the time was like Mike said, this was the pinnacle of the times of what that was.
Wow.
High
That
heat
is
baseball.
that is
I
some
love
some
high heat
statements.
baseball.
All right,
That's
let's check out the
gauntlet.
chat real quick. Newf Nukem says NHL Power Play Hockey, one of the best Saturn hockey games.
Ooh.
I did play NHL games.
love hockey
I
games,
still don't
yeah.
understand the rules of hockey personally. But you could also get in fights in the hockey game. That was fun.
Yeah, hockey games are always fun. I always loved hockey games. Always. Blades of
Newf Nukem
Steel,
also-
NHLs. Yeah.
Newf Nukem also says, I love Genesis, but it feels like Saturn hates all their other consoles. I think that's supposed to say Sega hates all their other consoles. And the Saturn looked cool.
It does.
And Clockwork Knight was an underrated Saturn game. It was. It was a launch game.
Yep.
So,
and
yeah.
had a great sequel.
Absolutely. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I meant to pull up a game, and I did not pull it up. I'm sorry. Keep the people entertained with some more sports talk.
Yeah, but what do you think, brother Mike? What do you think about high heat baseball? You like that series, didn't you?
I liked all baseball games, but my favorite baseball series was All-Star Baseball from Acclaim.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That behind the back fielding was
Right.
awesome. And I actually got to see how that game was created with mocap and stuff. I used to be very good friends with the folks at Acclaim, and I used to go up to their New York office once every quarter. And they had a big mocap studio in that office, and I got to see them doing mocap workouts and stuff for games like that. It was really cool. So
Wow.
that game was just really, really special because of what it did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's
However,
awesome.
there's one baseball game that lives in my heart forever and ever, and for a good reason. MLB 2K7. MLB 2K7 from 2K Games.
Oh, nice.
That is a game that will always that game will always have a completely special meaning to me. There's a few people in the chat that know why. Let me see if I can. I have to find it. It is the only game I'm in.
You are in?
You're in a game.
I am. I
What?
am a relief. I am a relief pitcher for the unlockable 1988 Brooklyn Dodgers, or LA
What?
Dodgers rather. Brooklyn Dodgers. LA Dodgers.
Now you're
Yep.
gonna make me go look for you.
You are in.
You are in a video game, Mike.
I am in a video game. Both the stadium announcer and John Miller say my name.
You're right.
Wow.
And didn't the Dodgers? You were on the Dodgers.
I was
they
on
win
the
it?
1988 LA Dodgers. It was an unlockable.
Didn't they
team.
win Didn't they win the World Series that year?
They did.
Oh, Mike, you are a World Series champ. Oh, whoa.
It's just, and it's funny. It was just funny how it happened. When you get to games like that, and you can't get the full rosters for older games, companies will just fill in names.
Right. Yeah.
And I had gotten to be such good friends with my 2K rep, Anthony, that he got me into the game. It was really cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
So, and to show that it's not, or not to show, but to tell you that it's not like I just created myself in like a roster update. You can find me on both the Xbox 360 and the PS3 version and the GameCube version. And if the code to unlock all the teams is Derek Jeter. And once you do that, you can unlock all the unlockable teams. Go to the 1988 LA Dodgers, and you can pick me as a relief pitcher.
Wow.
And I can start. I won't go very long into the game, but I can
hold on. I
start.
want to win, Mike. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we need 5
Dude, that
innings.
is so
We need
awesome.
5
What a
innings.
fantastic
You could probably
thing
get
that
about
is.
3. I've gotten 3 innings out of me. But to hear John Miller say my name was really just blew
Dude,
me
that
away.
is so cool. What an awesome
Blew me
story.
away.
These are my third game is not going to top that. I'm just putting it out there.
What an awesome piece
I gotta
of
take. I gotta.
sports
I gotta,
game lore.
Now that I've got a Elgato that I use on my 360, I need to record that and put it up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely put it up as a short or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sega Saturn was the original home of Tomb Raider. Newf Nukem out here.
Mm-hmm.
It was developed on Saturn primary console, but after development hell, they scrapped Tomb Raider 2 and made it a PlayStation exclusive. Yes.
Well, development hell
true.
had nothing to do with that. Sony's money had everything to do with that.
That's
Sony
hell
bought
to
that
me.
exclusive.
Yeah, they've been
Honestly.
doing that. They've been doing that since they've been doing that.
Sony
since
bought that
the beginning of time.
exclusivity.
Hey, man.
Kind of like Final Fantasy. They kind of just swooped in and took that from Nintendo.
That's right. Jeff Bartham was added as a character to Crackdown 3. It was pretty cool. Yeah, and I remember seeing him
he
stream
was.
in his Crackdown 3 outfit. I loved it. I watched his streams. It was awesome, and I made it a point to unlock him as well. I had a PS1 at the time, didn't have the snaps for both back then. Newf. Oh, yeah, that's right. John 079. All right, so my third and final game, by the way, awesome story, Mike. I don't know if I can ever.
Oh, that was awesome. That was great.
Thank you.
So my third game is my crown jewel of my collection. Not only because I love the series, but because I have been wanting this game my entire life, and I finally got a physical copy a few years ago. Paid up the wazoo for it. You know, whenever I tell people this how much I paid for a video game, they stand in shock, but they just don't understand the collector in me, right?
Right, brother.
And the reason I never got to buy this game when I was younger is because only 140,000 copies were made, and my little town that I lived in did not get a single copy, not one. And that game is none other than Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Yeah.
My God.
And this is my crown jewel. Oh, hold on. Nobody can see you, Mike. Hold on. Wait. There we go.
Wow.
Now I have played
Wow.
this game emulated before, but there's nothing like hardware, guys.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Wow.
The reason I bought this game, I didn't buy it like from eBay or anything. A shop owner got it here. And the reason I didn't want to buy it from eBay is because it's so expensive and you don't get to touch it. And everybody's all like, no refunds. So I never had even seen it until I did. And when I did, I couldn't let it go. I paid, how much is this worth right now, Mike? Let me see. Did I make a good investment?
I'm getting there. I almost guarantee if you didn't pay $1,000 for it.
I didn't. So
what did you pay for it while I'm looking it up?
Roughly 800, a little more.
You still made out.
Oh my God.
It is worth.
Yeah, just drum roll.
$12.25. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah. Eating Pace says, "Is this top 3 personal Saturn games?" Yes, it is. Newf Nukem, I was included in Mortal Kombat. It was my digitized head on a spike in the pit. Nice.
That's awesome.
My least favorite thing about the Saturn is those awful jewel cases.
Yeah, right.
Another reason why I didn't want
Those
to pay a lot of
big
money
ones. Yeah,
because
those
the
big.
jewel cases would rip, but this one, look, no cracks, no nothing. Everything
broke
is
easy.
good. I
They
mean, it
broke
has some
easy, though,
scratches,
didn't
but
they?
I'll take it.
They broke easy though, didn't they?
Yeah,
They do.
so many of mine are cracked and
Yeah, they cracked.
can
Yeah,
get
they got cracked easy. Yeah, right.
you
Yeah,
could get
absolutely.
them. You could get replacements now. They're not
not cheap.
terrible. About $50 for 10.
Yeah. So you're paying for these jewel
that's-
cases.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. So as I said, I've played this game emulated before and playing it on my Saturn. Yeah, it was amazing. The very first copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga I ever saw was the one I bought. Exactly. Eating Pace. It's so rare to see it out in the wild. And I love Panzer Dragoon. You know, the first Panzer Dragoon, the second Panzer Dragoon, and the fourth Panzer Dragoon are all on-rail shooters. By the way, I have all of them. And
Yeah, those were awesome too. Yeah.
and the fourth one is available on backwards compatibility with auto HDR and up-res. And
I have Crimson Dragon for the Xbox One.
I passed on that one.
The spiritual successor.
And I have the vinyl soundtracks to him. I am a huge Panzer Dragoon fan. And this is the crown jewel of my collection, seriously. Not just because of how much I paid for it, but how much it means to me. This is a game that I've been wanting to be in my collection since I knew it existed. And very limited quantities. And I just got lucky one day, finally. Not only lucky that I saw it, but lucky that I was able to afford it. So yeah, fantastic game.
Wow. Yeah, it really was.
I know my wife right here. See, she's super happy that I bought it. That's definitely it.
She's so sweet. Yeah.
The craziest price I was first time experienced it. Yeah, she was here when I bought it. Yeah, and
But if you get, I mean, if you find it for that, you have to get it for that.
you have
You
to.
have to.
Right. Yeah.
What a fantastic RPG. Critically acclaimed. A lot of people say it's the best RPG they've ever played. All that good stuff. My favorite one right here. Hold on, let me see. Glorious. Where's Guardian Dragon? Where's Guardian Dragon? I know he was over here. Glorious 1, Glorious 2, Guardian Dragon. There we go. Let me go back. So, if you played Panzer Dragoon Zwei, which is 2, the last boss is the Guardian Dragon, and he gets broken apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Panzer Dragoon Saga was awesome because it added so much lore to it. The fact that these biomechanical creations don't actually die, they just take time to heal. And they don't die because they haven't completed their mission. And Guardian Dragon's mission is to essentially kill you. So the fact that they brought in Guardian Dragon, let me see, get straight to it. Did I skip him? Oh, he's here. Let me fast forward a little more. Here we go. Here he is. Guardian Dragon right here. This is the same one. And the fact that they brought him back for Saga was fantastic. I was like, wow, this is awesome. The lore in it, the fact that they expanded it without actually breaking it was awesome. So, yeah, Panzer Dragoon, much love. Have you played this game, Mike? Emulation or otherwise?
I missed this one. I totally missed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have bet $100 the otherwise. Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
What
a fraud. I thought you were a Saturn fan.
Wow. I know I would have said that.
Wow.
Just go ahead and take off that t-shirt right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Rip it off like Hulk Hogan, man. Brother.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Damn. It's a tough room.
Eating Pace says this game was mind-blowing at a time. I think it still is, especially in emulation, because, now that Xbox has shown people that you can up-res textures and all this, a lot of people are doing that. I wish I could have seen it in action when it was around. Yeah. Shots fired by me. So yeah, Doggy, I know you haven't played Panzer Dragoon Saga, but have you played any of the Panzer Dragoons?
Oh yeah, the on-rail shooter guys. Those things were awesome. Yeah, I even just bought like the remake one they had on the Xbox One.
Yeah,
exactly. Awesome. That was awesome too. I enjoyed playing through that. So much fun. Yeah, I did not play this one. No, I did not play the RPG, which is crazy. I don't know. Like, was it hard, was it super hard to find or something? Because I loved RPGs back in the day.
40,000 something made.
Okay.
And if you weren't in a big town like New York or something, you weren't going to get one.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, like, I would have thought that I would be into something like this, reading EGMs and all this. But I'd want to have this, so maybe it's just hard to find or whatever. But yeah, I never played this, and
was this
I like
the
the
last
Panzer
game that
Dragoons
they released? I think Burning Rangers was the last game Sega officially released on the Saturn. Is that true, Mike? Developed by Sega.
Saga was, yeah.
Saga, okay.
Okay, so this came after all the on-railers.
Yes.
Yeah, and not only that, stores were clearancing out all their Saturn stuff at the time. Some of them refused to carry it anymore. It was crazy. Like, I tried so hard. I made my mom, shout out to my mom for putting up with me since I was little. I made my mom go to Walmart, Kmart, Toys R Us, Game Over, everywhere looking for this game all in one weekend, and I never saw it. Every time we went to, I would always look for it, never saw it. This is the first copy I ever physically seen with my own eyes.
Do you think we could have reserved this? Like back in the day, it was Babbage's to me. It wasn't GameStop, it was Babbage's. Do you think we could have reserved this at a smaller town like Terre Haute or something? Babbage's?
Maybe.
Sure, Babbage
maybe.
is sold.
Man, I had that chance, so I missed
Yeah,
out.
see,
I
Eden
should've
Pace
been-
is the same as me. The area that I lived in received 0 copies, and Magic Knight Wraith was the last running game. There you go. Somebody knew.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
so-
thought you meant the last Panzer game. I'm sorry. And Paste actually has deeper Saturn knowledge than I do in some of those ways.
So some places
okay.
didn't get copies of this.
No, not one.
Wow.
And look, I mean, it's just an incredible game. I love it. I love everything about this game. I love how it tells you what to do. Like you have to know what you're supposed to do, but it doesn't tell you where you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love everything about this game. All right, with all of that being said, guys, Eden Pace, we'll have to get you in here one day for some Sega Saturn talk. Maybe the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's up to Princess Mike.
It's the final intermission. Let's do it, boys.
Oh my goodness, that was great. What a fantastic guy. All right, so once again, guys, real
Here's
quick
Prince
trivia.
Mike.
After a week and 2 days of April Fools. Hey, shout out to my sister-in-law. Thank you so much. It might be her kids watching me. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's do this.
Awesome. My
Let's
kids
do
do
real
not
quick.
watch NLG. Neither does my wife.
Right.
See,
No,
you're
my
awesome.
family fully supports me. And shout out to my family. Love them all.
Shout out to Axel's family.
Yeah, Willow checks us out, and then how could no? If Brother Mike, how could you not check out Brother Mike, man? Everybody should check out Brother Mike, man. Everybody,
Oh,
wife,
I love
family,
watching
everybody,
your show,
everybody, chat, everybody. Yeah,
Too
He's
kind.
awesome, man. I love Brother Mike, man. He is awesome. He had me on his show a few times. He even had me on during the Game Awards. That was fun as could be. Yeah, we were on there for about 5-6 hours. I think I had to go to work about 25 minutes after the show was over. So
Jeez.
yeah, it was a good time.
All right, so real quick, the quiz is, which one is not a launch title? Madden NFL 97, and we're talking a Saturn launch title, guys.
Saturn launch.
Madden 97, Daytona USA, or Retro Fighter? Hey, go ahead and put your vote in the chat. 18 Paces, clip it. He must be talking about your princess voice. Yeah. So yeah, the shout out to Mike, as we say. He is the leader of the Gamers United Guild. He is the Grand Negus, as I like to call him,
Yeah.
from Star Trek. That's my favorite one.
Yes.
And you know, Mike accepted me when I first met Mike was during one of my pre-recorded shows, and he's just been very welcoming ever since.
Right.
That was a great thing we did. You, me, and Dredd. Dredd introduced me to you.
Shout out to Dredd.
Dredd's awesome too. Yeah, Dredd's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. And
it's
Mike,
just- the relationship with Mike has just grown since then.
Shaddai,
Good
what's
evening,
up,
everyone.
brother?
Shout out to our compatriot, Eternal Shaddai. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Daytona had a soundtrack that I can still sing to this day. We were singing it earlier.
We were.
All right, we're going to stop the voting right there just to get things rolling here.
Let's go. What? Yeah. Just start get carried off on singing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
My wife
All
is
so,
calling.
how did it? Mike, what
Well
was the
done.
answer? Which one was not a launch title?
Since the Saturn launched in 1996, Madden NFL 97 was not a launch title.
Points
All
out
right.
the obvious there, right?
All right. And how did the chat vote?
The chat picked the right answer as well. By a margin of 62%, they picked Madden NFL 97.
Woohoo! Way to go, chat.
1970. Thank you very much for that awesome compliment.
1970 Chrome Pony has been a great show, guys. Just been here listening. Thanks. Hey, thank you, sir.
Thank
you
you.
are amazing. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
you.
us. Mike, we had a great time playing Gang Beast. See, everybody knows who Mike is.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
Gang Beast. Yeah,
Yes, we did.
You guys were awesome.
Mike
That
has the
game is
collection.
awesome. That game's awesome.
Yes, but I do not have Panzer Dragoon Saga, so I.
It's hard, man. It's hard to find a good copy. It's hard to find a legit copy. It is one of those very difficult games to play. All right, so our next question to the chat is just an opinion. Did I send it to? I did. Okay. Which one? Oh, now these are racing games made by Sega. Which one is your favorite? Manix TT Superbike, Daytona USA, or Sega Rally Championship? And let's go around the chat. Mike, which one was your favorite?
Mine was very much Sega Rally Championship.
Nice. What made it so great for you?
It was another one that very closely captured the arcade. And this particular version also was Saturn Netlink capable. So I could race with my friends and have a good time. And this was just this was one of the better arcade conversions too.
Nice. Very good choice. Doggy, what is your favorite out of those three?
Man, yeah, it's good. Those are good three choices. Mike's right on the Sega Rally Championship. It was kind of the round 2 of the arcade ports, and that meant a lot to the Sega Saturn at the time. Because remember when they came out with the original Virtua Fighter and the original Daytona? Like, oh, this can't do the arcade games. Well, when they came out with the next round, which included the Sega Rally Championship, it was so much better. Like the graphics. You know what I loved about this game? So it's me and my brother could play it. It had split screen, so you could play 2-player. Right? There was not any of that in the Daytona, if I remember correctly. Right? So that was awesome. The jumps to the tracks. It's just had a little bit the handling, the control. It was kind of a little harder to master. It wasn't just kind of like, you had to slide around the corner. I don't know.
To drift.
Yeah. So it was a little more satisfying a game. I'll give it to the Sega. I'll give it to Sega Rally Championship. Why not?
Awesome. I am also going to go with Sega Rally, mainly because I could never win a race in Daytona. Manix TT was hard as well. Like,
it was hard. Yeah.
I cannot believe how hard Manix TT was. It was broken. So Sega Rally felt more like the people's game, the people's racer, mainly because it was more accessible. You had the announcer announcing, "No, sharp turn, medium right."
Right.
And I actually used those, and my stupid announcer lied to me sometimes. Be like, sharp left turn, and I'd go to turn left, and oh man, it was a right turn. Got you good, you dummy. So you also had to remember the curves, but man, what a looker of a game. Great sound, great controls.
Cool replays. Even the replays were cool. Yeah.
The replays of you racing was fantastic too. Yes.
Yeah, the replays were awesome.
All right, let's see how the chat's voting. Sega Rally all the way is still one of my all-time favorite games from Eating Paste. Yes. Let's see, 1970 Chrome Pony. I played Clockwork a lot on my Saturn. Still have it stashed away, some system, and about 5-6 games. Hey man, I'll buy that cash off you for $5.
Yeah, hey, if you got.
Oh, you have the second one. I only have the first one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the second one is fantastic as well.
I only have the first one.
They did a great job of. That's a franchise they should have brought into the Dreamcast, but didn't.
Hey man, Toy Soldiers was not Toy Soldiers. What was it? It was a toy war game on
Toy Commander.
Toy Commander, yes. That's one of my favorite games. But yeah, all right. So the chat voted 66% Sega Rally, 16% Manix TT Superbike, and 16% Daytona and Killers. There are no wrong answer, guys.
Oh no,
those are all fantastic choices. And with all that being said, guys, that is going to conclude today's episode. Mike, why don't you tell the people where the leader of the Gamers United Guild resides?
Oh, well, thank you. First off, this was wonderful, guys. Thank you for having me on. Princess Zelda, I love you. You are awesome. Thank you for letting me sit in her chair today.
That's awesome.
So cute.
Can't wait to see her back next week. You can find me at NLG Mullis on Twitter. And you can find the original Next Level Gaming on YouTube at youtube.com/the original Next Level Gaming. We do our Thursday night NLG show. And then in a little bit, probably about 40-ish minutes, Peter and I are going to go on live and play some It Takes Two with our Friday night with Peter and Mike. And you can also follow our official NLG Twitter at OG_NL Gaming and keep up on all the news and happenings in the world of gaming. So
amazing. By the way, guys, the links are all in the description. Be sure to tune in. As always, I'm Axle1324.
I'm Doggy Dog 420, and thank you very much, Brother Mike. So
yes,
much.
thank you so much
Oh,
to Mike
thank
for
you.
coming in and swooping in and saving the show. And
please.
yeah, guys.
Excellent. And one more thing I would say, this is our longest show in history, and of course, who would be the culprit of it? None other than Brother Mike, the longest show in history of us.
Don't tell that to Dreadpool. Don't tell that to Dreadpool. He'll come in.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, if we had Dreadpool in here, just clear out. Yeah, this is the marathon right here.
Right.
Yeah.
And as always, chat, thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us. You guys are all amazing. We appreciate you guys spending that time with us. And hopefully, if you like the show, be sure to subscribe and help us beat that YouTube algorithm. Final boss. We're very far from being powerful enough yet. And remember, chat, you guys are the real MVP of the show. As always, you can find Doggy Dog as part of the Retro Renegades. Why isn't this working? There we go. As part of the Retro Renegades every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Right. And you can find me for a few more weeks here with Newf Nukem on Good Morning Xbox, another Gamers United Guild channel, every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. All right. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys next time.